Big Ten national TV matchup on Friday night at 7 Eastern on Peacock between Minnesota and Wisconsin. And I think if you're going to play this game, you're going to lay it with the double-digit favorite Wisconsin. Tough spot for Minnesota here as we're coming off the near miss earlier this week on Monday against Ohio State as a 5-point home dog. Double overtime loss, 89-88. Now they have to travel and play one of the best teams in the nation in Wisconsin, and I think this could be a potential flat spot after that near miss. Minnesota's a team that's got a funky home court. They've also been much better at home over the years than on the road, so this is not a good setup for them, and they don't match up well against Wisconsin. Historically, this is a team they have struggled to beat. In fact, they have now dropped 16 of the last 18 meetings over the last several seasons against Wisconsin. I think it'll be 17 out of 19 after tonight. They've also lost 7 straight in this recent series. Wisconsin's not the slow-down half-court team they used to be. In fact, Minnesota is. Minnesota plays at the 5th slowest pace in the country. But as you check the overnight line, you'll see this total went from 140 up to 142.5 right away with the sharp money coming on the over. And that would favor Wisconsin. If it's a higher-scoring, faster-tempo game, that's going to favor the Badgers, who do play more up-tempo now than they used to. And they're one of the most efficient offenses and one of the better defenses in the country. They hold the edge at both ends of the court. And using just overall opponents played in statistical metrics, I would favor Wisconsin by about 16. So the current line of 13.5 is a bit short. Now, one of the reasons maybe it is a little bit short is because Wisconsin might not be with one of their top guards in this game, who is listed as questionable, but I think it's an overreaction. In fact, Matt Klesmit is questionable for this game, but if you look at his overall numbers this year, he's been a terrible three-point shooter, just 29% from three-point range. And his assist ratio is solid, second on the team, but there's plenty of other capable players that can step up. So I think we get some line value now with Wisconsin at minus 13.5. And if you're going to lay it, it's the only way to play it with the Badgers. The other thing I'll point out, too, is that Wisconsin has crushed mediocre teams this season, for the most part winning almost all those games by double digits. They just beat a much better Rutgers team by 12. They took care of Iowa before that by 31. Iowa I rate ahead of Minnesota as well. Beat Detroit, University of Detroit by 23. Teams that are a similar ilk of with Minnesota they've taken care of this year. Beat Appalachian State by 31. Beat Holy Cross in the opener by 24. Those are all teams that are as good, if not weaker, than Minnesota. And meanwhile, Minnesota has not stepped up in class. When playing what I would call a Class A team like Wisconsin this season, they have struggled. They lost by 20 in their game prior to that Ohio State game. They lost by 20 against Purdue at home. Also lost to Indiana by 15. Lost to Michigan State by 18 this season. As you see, they have not stepped up well in class. And I think if you're going to play it, once again, you lay it with the Wisconsin Badgers minus 13.5 at 7 Eastern tonight on Friday on Peacock. Just a quick reminder, we're talking college hoops, but the NFL playoffs start this weekend. I am red hot in the NFL, 24-12 the last 2 months, up over 40 units in the NFL. 24-12 run as we finish the regular season and now head into the postseason. Get an instant 25% discount on my NFL playoff package right now with promo code PLAYOFFS at WagerTalk.com. Instant 25% discount on my complete NFL playoffs through the Super Bowl with promo code PLAYOFFS. Use PLAYOFFS for an instant 25% discount. Steve Merrill, WagerTalk.com.